good old boy down in Texas, John Goodwood, that's his name. Heard him say, are you shitting me? Lord, and I feel just the same. He speaks his mind about that asinine asshole in our house. Yeah, John Goodwood, he likes to call it out. Yes, he does. Well, there's a blue dot down in Texas, that Texas Avenue. There's a blue dot family in the USA. And all over this world. Yeah, there's a blue dot family.
How y'all doing, baby? It is indeed Thursday. We're one day away from a Beer and Bud Friday. We can make this shit. We can do this. We'll just make it through today, zing through tomorrow, and then tomorrow evening, boom, Beer and Bud Friday. Stephanie Dean is with us. I am indeed here to just cheer you up, darling. That's what my job is, to entertain and to cheer you up. So I'm glad you're here, darling. Cheryl Cashman, hello, darling. We're glad you're here. Dorothy Tyndall, Mega Wet Willie's with us. Sherry P. I gotta give her a call. I got things on my list of things to do. Aaron T. Dwayne Twizzle, Renee Aris, Aqua World Volcanus. Yeah, I like that. John Heron, our resident archaeologist. Heidi Ho neighbor. Rex Trek is with us. Ardina Michael, Sue Bingle, and oh Lord, Charles Stokel, Ardessa, a.k.a. Purple Moon Dragon. I like that. Purple Moon Dragon. Just makes me want to, I don't know, kick back, relax, and smoke something. Anyway, Larry Ian, Elena Jars is here, Jimmy Swanson, Carol Van Wyck, let me see, Randy Carvin's here, A. Daniels, Rex Trex, TK Benj, Lord have mercy, Pat Hunter, Linda Calabro's here. Everybody's here. Shit. I'm losing track now. I can't keep up with there. Pepsi Mac is with us. Yes, love it when some hedgehog companies have gone belly up. Laughing their ass off a little bit about that, are we? The game was a little turned on it, wasn't it? Travis knows more about that shit than I do.
Well, it's not that I know. Look, I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I know shit about stocks or the stock market and how all that shit works.
Yeah.
But I do know the premise of...
Basically.
But I know the premise of, the little guys going, we can play this game too.
Yeah. Talking about short-selling stock.
Yeah. And then doing it and pissing off a lot of fucking rich people. See, at the end of the day...
Costing a lot of people, a lot of rich people money.
The 1% would eat the 99% if it meant saving the 1%.
Oh, yes.
So as I'm seeing a lot of these fucking fat cats out here crying their eyes out, comparing what some Reddit people did to... They're comparing it to basically what...
they're comparing it to the attack on the Capitol.
And
yeah, look, they came and took my money. I'm going to lose all my money. I've been stealing from y'all forever, and y'all turn around and steal from me. This isn't fair.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
So, yeah, I am by any means... I find it fucking hilarious, and it's just like, hey... Keep it fucking going, man.
Right, Greg. It's scary to be manipulated by anyone. That the market can be manipulated such way.
It is scary. It is scary, but it should also prove that the system has been flawed from the very beginning.
This is it's slanted towards the wealthy.
That, and as a gamer that hasn't had the most positive opinion on GameStop anyway, and some of their business practices, it is a little funny.
Well, you know who was upset about that? AOC.
Yes,
AOC was upset about it. She tweeted out that there should be an investigation into Robinhood's actions. Robinhood being the platform that people use to buy the stock. In this case, we're talking about GameStop,
AMC
or
theaters, and
yeah.
a few others. Yeah, they're basasically dictating what now you can and can't buy.
Get a bunch of people to start buying stock. The stock price goes up real fast. Boy, howdy shit. It forces the hedge fund managers to do exactly what they have to do. They're selling the stock at a cheaper price, and then the funds go up. They're losing money hand over fist, and the people that are doing it are making money hand over fist. And usually it's the other way around. So it's sort of like,
they're screaming and crying.
they got slapped in the face.
They're screaming and crying like this should be illegal, but it's like, but isn't this how y'all do it?
Yes,
like,
they're crying about being illegal and how this is affecting the market, but it's what they do all the time. There's nothing. The people that did this didn't do anything that hedge fund managers don't do all the time. But AOC did put out a tweet. She said, "Well, we ought to look into this, see what happened." Well, Ted Cruz tweeted back, "I agree." Ted Cruz is agreeing with AOC. You know what AOC did? She slapped the shit out of him. She said, she said, no, she did not want, I'm paraphrasing, I'm just going to read the key quote. No, I don't need your help because you almost had me murdered 3 weeks ago. And if you want to help, you can resign. She would work with any other GOP that is not trying to get me killed. And then she went on to say, resign. And by the way, get off my timeline and stop clout chasing. Boom, by AOC to Ted Cruz. She don't want to work with him. Ted Cruz is one of the people that helped inspire these rioters, these insurgents to come attack the Capitol. Ted Cruz and Josh Hawley are wrapped up in it, and they're trying to rewrite history. Ted Cruz is just trying to act like, well, nothing happened. I'm just cruising along like I always. He's a little used car salesman, carpetbagger, slime ball is what Ted Cruz is. And anyway, AOC wasn't the only one that was doing a little slapping today. Pelosi slapped down the Republican leadership in the House for their tolerance, let's call it, of Marjorie Taylor Greene, which has now come out several times in the news about how she's all too willing to go along with assassinating members of Congress, or she's a big conspiracy theorist. She thinks 9/11 was a conspiracy. She thinks Sandy Hook was a false flag. She thinks Parkland was a false flag. It really didn't happen. It was set up by the evil Democrats, and she's a cucumber. That's what she is. She's a nut job. But some people are saying that she is the future of the GOP, that nut job lady. Because where else they got to go? They got nothing else. They got to hang on to these Trumpers. That's the best ride they have in ever. They had more votes in this election, even though they lost. They motivated people to get out. 70-something million of them little cockroaches got out and voted, along with the regular Republicans. So they tapped into that hate, and they don't want to let it go, baby. That's their base now. And that's how come Matt Gaetz from Florida, the congressman from Florida, jumped on his sparkle pony, put on his cowboy makeup, and rode out to Wyoming to give a speech with Don Jr., trying to get somebody to run against Liz Cheney, trying to get the people there to not vote for Liz Cheney in the next election. They're eating their own over this guy. And it's just, if it wasn't scary, it'd be damn right comical. But, Kevin McCarthy, he's down in Mar-a-Lago today, kissing the ring of Donnie, trying to save the Republican Party. That's what his message was there today, to go down there and figure out how they're going to retain or to gain the House majority. And that it can only be done with Donnie's help. So, yes, the party of Trump is doubling down on all their shit. No, they're not going to convict in the Senate. Are you shitting me? They're going to give up their cash cow, the one that can bring in the votes with all the hate, and they're going to continue their damn line of the vote was stolen. Biden's not really the president because it was rigged. They're going to carry that whole line of bullshit all the way through to 2022. They got no other choice. We're seeing some attacks by the Lincoln Project and some other prominent Oh, well, wait a minute. Yeah, some of them are getting nervous because guess what? Jim Jordan is not going to run in 2022. He's giving up his seat in 2022, not going to go again. So Jim Jordan, I think, has read the handwriting on the wall as far as he is concerned. There could be another Trumplican, Trump Tarzan, come up there and try to take Ohio, take Jim Jordan's place. I guess if they get up there and scream and hang on the bars enough and roll up their sleeves, well, they could probably get another Republican voted in up there. But let's hope not. Anyway, what else is going on? Well, the Pelosi desk guy, the guy that threw his feet up on Pelosi's desk. Yeah. Well, yeah, he went to court in D.C. He was trying to get out. Yeah, judge said, no way, staying in jail. Judge called him brazen, entitled, and dangerous.
Oh, there you go.
Entitled. There's the key one. He feels entitled.
They all do.
They all do.
They all act like it. That's for sure.
These little minions, these little militia gang members, they do. They honestly think they're joining a patriotic team to save America from the cannibalistic, demon, devil worshipping. What else are we doing nowadays? Tree huggers.
Yeah, hugging trees and eating babies. Apparently.
Eating babies. Yeah, forgot the eating babies part.
Yeah.
Anyway, hello, Kathy Larkin. I'm glad you're there, and so is Candy Gidry. See, Pete Briggs. I thought the report was Jim Jordan wasn't going to run for the Senate seat coming vacant. Oh, he's not. Oh, wait. I think Candy's right. He's not going to run for the Senate seat. So what? He's going to retain his seat. I hit the story wrong. That's all right.
Yeah, well.
That's all right.
Yeah.
I just seen it right before I came out. All I seen was Jim. Oh, that's right. It said Jim Jordan is not going to run for Senate seat. Oh, well, that's good. He's going to stay in the House and continue his job as entertainment for the world.
Wonderful. T.S. Butler.
Sorry, my apologies. I had that wrong.
T.S. Butler writes, good evening. Can anyone tell me why New York has not served a warrant on Donnie? I'm waiting for that, too.
I am, too.
Trust me. The only news I want to hear about Trump from here on out is when something like that happens. That's the only thing I'm interested in now at this point.
I don't know what's going on. They know they have the trial coming up on February 8th or 9th. I think it starts on the 9th. This is going to turn into a shit show that I'm not going to be happy with. Do we have the members in the Senate to convict? It doesn't look like it, which means that they're for the second time. The Republican Party is going to turn a blind eye to the crimes of this man, the mess he's made of our country, the division and the hatred that he has stoked. And they're good with that. Mm-hmm. They like it. They're winning with it. They're getting them more every day. Don't quit now. Get even more mad. Throw Marjorie Taylor Greene out there. That'll rile him up. Boy, howdy shit. Benjamin Stroud, how are you, my friend? Are you ready for Kansas City to play some ball?
Hang on, Dad. Before we let in Discord, let's go ahead and catch up on Super Chats really quick, and then we'll get to Discord.
Dwayne Dwizzle donated $5 to Super Chat and said, text resign to 954954 to have Marjorie Taylor Greene removed. Sign the petition, please. Dwayne Dwizzle, thank you very much. That's a very good idea. Text resign to 954954. And that's to get Marjorie Taylor removed as petition. So, yes, please do that. And thank you, Dwayne Dwizzle, for bringing that up. And Buddy Davis Songs and Thoughts donated $5 to Super Chat. If you have not seen Buddy Davis's Songs and Thought, go by there and check him out. He did an outstanding rant. Buddy's songs and thoughts. So Buddy not only sings, he has a voice that he uses in this movement. And he did an outstanding one. He gave phone numbers for the call. To contact your senators and whatnot. Just go by and give Buddy Davis, search him up, and give him a holler and give him a listen. It's well worth the time.
Hell yeah.
Anyway, Benjamin Stroud, are you ready for Kansas City to play some ball? I know you are.
Yeah, I got a couple things to tell you tonight too that are not good, but I'm on the more positive note. Yeah, I'm ready to see Patrick Mahomes, the kid, going
kid.
to Tampa Bay
Yeah.
and kick the old man Tom Brady's ass.
That's what you're waiting for. All right, we're gonna see. We're gonna see. It's a lot of excitement coming up. So hold on to your britches. It's gonna be a good one. Anyway, Bill Jones, how's everything out in North Carolina?
We're still here, brother.
Good. I'm getting some feedback somewhere.
Ben,
Uh-oh.
it's you.
Uh-oh. Good. Bill, thank you for being here, brother. We appreciate it.
Yeah, one thing I left a comment on your rant last night on YouTube afterwards, and I'd like to say something to everybody about the big excuse that all the Republicans are having. You know, and I don't know if anybody read my comment, but their big argument is he's no longer in office.
That's their
can't
basic
try him.
fact. Yeah, he's a private
Yeah.
citizen.
Well, here's my argument.
Yeah.
That's like saying you can't arrest a bank robber because he already left the fucking bank. It's
Yep.
bullshit.
Basically, that's what it is. I
The man
equated it the
committed
other
a
day.
crime. I don't give a shit where he is. He could be in his car. He could have left house. He could have left town. Could leave the fucking country. I don't give a shit.
Yep.
He committed a crime. Try his ass.
What do you think would happen if, I don't even have to ask if, okay? But this is going to scare you a little bit because I'm going to give you a true life story. What if, say you had a government official, state official, city official, he gave the community, so it's 20 years service.
Yep.
On the last day, he decides to give himself a retroactive pay raise for the last 20 years, give it to me in cash, give me an additional $20,000 to pay for lawyers to defend myself from the action I just took. See y'all later, bye. And retired. Do you think that's a good deal? No, it sucks.
Good God.
But that's what my
That's, I don't
sheriff
know
here
what
in this
these-
county did.
These Republicans in the
yes, he
Senate,
was a
they're
Republican,
going to have to answer. They're going to have to answer. And by the way, now is this next week is a good time because a week from Monday, the trial commences, and I believe the arguments start on Tuesday the 9th. But everybody call your senator, whatever state you're in, call both your senators. That number is 202-224-3121. But after the last year, you probably got it memorized. But it's 202-224-3121.
Write that number down.
Let your senator know it is time to stand up and be a leader instead of a goddamn Trump minion. This is BS.
yes, yeah.
The man committed a crime. It's time for accountability, guys.
It is.
That's basically all I have to say.
I want to see him stand up on the floor of the Senate and defend his ass.
Do your fucking job.
Yeah. If you're going to do
Yeah.
this
God,
shit, I
for
want to hear it.
men do their job. They don't know how to do
Speaking
that.
of
All
that,
they are
John.
shithead.
Hold on, Ben. Let me get Robert Heron. Are you with us? Let's get everybody in here. Hello, Robert. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm right here. I'm right there with Bill. It's accountability has to be had. That we just witnessed the greatest crime outside of 9/11 ever on our own
Greatest
soil,
attack on our own democracy from
Yeah.
within.
And it
this
was,
Worse than Pearl Harbor.
Yes.
and it was instigated by the president
Yeah.
named
Yeah.
Donald Trump. I mean, I never really considered him a president, but you know, that's
by the man who occupied
man.
our house.
yeah, he instigated the whole attack. So
Yeah.
they have to be held accountable. Period.
Time to get them done.
Bill, Candy is asking you to repeat the number again.
It's 202-224-3121. 202-224-3121. That's the U.S. Senate. And if you want to call your representative, it's the same area code, and it's 225-3121.
So there you go. You can call your congressman or your senator.
And see, the
But call your
Republicans are
senator
trying-
right now because that's where
Yeah,
the
that's
pressure
the
needs to
main.
go.
That's the main switchboard,
Yeah.
and then you got to tell them which senator you want, and they'll package it through to their office.
There you go.
See, the Republicans want you to forget they just attacked the United States.
They are wanting you
Yeah,
to forget.
yeah.
They're acting like nothing happened. That's what they're trying to.
Yeah,
All right, let's continue
but
on
they
here.
were.
I'm sorry.
Ironically, they were in the building, hiding under their desks
Yes,
or under
they
the
were.
table or behind locked doors, scared to death.
It appears some of them were on their damn phone giving directions on how to get to it.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So
Yep.
that has to all come out yet. S.C. Smith, down in Florida, my friend. How are you?
I'm doing good, John. How's everybody doing tonight?
Doing fine, S.C. How's the weather up in
Good.
Tallahassee?
Excuse me?
How's the weather?
Oh, the weather was nice today. It was shitty yesterday.
Still got that slight stench of
Oh yeah.
is
Well,
the wind coming out of the south there, blowing up there.
Yeah. Well, it's not too bad. We had, it stormed here yesterday. We had a tornado come through.
Oh, that's right. That was terrible. I saw that on the news.
Tornadoes seem to like our airport.
Well, don't move near the airport.
It wasn't Mar-a-Lago.
Shit.
And how are you, Velda?
Oh, get TW.
Well, you ladies first. How are you, Velda? And who gives a shit about
fine.
TW anyway?
I don't know. I just thought it was you were going down the wallet.
Well, I was, but I heard your voice speak up. TW, how are you? Look how nice Velda is to you. Are you? How's Mark?
Very nice. Oh, we're doing all right. We're sorry to hear that. We're sorry to hear that. That pumpkin tits smell is in the air in Tallahassee.
What are you gonna do? It's all state of Florida right now. It's got that tinge in the air.
And what was that number? 954-954.
BR549. No.
Yeah, no, it's 95. Hang on, let me highlight this so I can read it. Okay, 954-954.
Okay, I already did it. Yeah.
There you go.
I just was making sure. I said get the rid of green, and I mean the one that holds the gun.
All right. Well, now that we've been polite and got TW in here, Velda, how are you?
Oh, I'm doing just fine.
Good. How's Wayne?
He's sleeping.
Oh, good. Taking a little nap. That's good.
That's a good thing.
Yeah. Well, when he went into the hospital back in December, he weighed 204 pounds. He is down to 147.
Well, that's good. That's good. I'm glad to hear it.
He went from a size 40 pants down to a size 34.
Outstanding.
Holy cow.
Man, he's lost some weight. Better watch him.
Yeah.
Women going to be out there flirting with him next time you see him outside. You're going to have to worry about that shit.
Nah, all they got to worry about is my right hook.
There you go, baby.
I do not doubt that for a moment.
Well, let me catch up here. Before we get on with the rat killing, Diana Mallory, bequeather of the gong, donated $5. And I love this. I am a tree-hugging snowflake liberal Democrat and damn proud of it. Do eggs count as eating babies? Do eggs count as eating babies?
I mean,
Because if so, I had a whole plate full of them suckers this morning. Wrapped up in a tortilla.
Yeah, so anyways, John, speaking of Josh Hawley,
Yes.
I posted a video today in main discussion I recorded of some things that he said today on my local news, and I got to go check that out. You're not going to believe the delusions of grandeur that this jerk has got to say now.
Oh man, he is doubling down on everything. He's now calling out that he's being persecuted. Cancel culture is coming after.
And
No, you're a
saying-
treasonous asshole.
Yeah, and he's trying to say that Ted Cruz and Roger Marshall did not create an insurrection on January 6th.
Of course
Bullshit.
they didn't. Of course.
But there's another little fine line that goes along with it.
What's that?
The senator from Alabama was with a bunch of people, including Donnie Jr., in one of Trump's apartments in New York or D.C. I can't remember which one. Forgive me. And they were having a meeting planning this shit out.
Yeah.
Tommy
Tuberville.
Tuber.
Yeah. Tuberville.
Used to be the football coach for Auburn, and that's the only reason he's known for anything. That's it. He's not political minded. He doesn't know what's going on, one issue to the other. He is there to do whatever he is told to do by the Republican Party, and he is just a flat out sucker. Talk about just a tool. That's all he's going to be. Sit in the corner and shut up. We'll tell you how to vote. That's what Tommy Tuberville's going to do.
Now, last night I was watching some Rachel Maddow, and there's a hit list, and I wasn't able to get all the names. But the two main lists on the Republican hit list is Ryan Camp of Georgia and Liz Cheney, Ohio and Indiana.
They're going after.
I didn't get the names.
Oh yeah.
it's funny that they're going after their own. You know, that's what's really ridiculous.
They got nothing else. They have to draw on the hate that they planted.
I'm sorry, but you know, the more and more that this goes by, it's just like, why don't the Republican Party just step back? Because I mean, I watched a thing today, and I was telling Velda about this, and now it seems like Graham and what was I saying? What the hell was that guy's name? Dick Dubler, whatever the hell it is.
Durbin.
Yeah. There it is. Yeah, they're trying to come together with a plan for it's hard on my tongue. Immigration. And it's like, now please, don't even work with that little asshole. You know, it's like
they want to act right now. They're trying to move the subject away from an insurrection on January 6th to, well, look at us. We're trying to play nice, and them evil Democrats don't want to bring us together.
Nice.
I don't give a shit what they say over there.
No, that's exactly what
they weren't playing nice today when they were voting in the secretary for that.
Josh Hawley has voted no on every
40. It was 45 to 54 today, and they had to do it twice because they kept having problems.
They're all guilty. They're all involved.
If you're involved in the conspiracy, then you also have to be involved in the conspiracy to get away with it, to sweep it under the rug, to not vote for a conviction, to act like they've done nothing wrong when all of them did. 140 some odd congressmen, what, 3 or 4 senators, 3?
Yep.
Yeah.
Senators stood up.
In for a penny, in for a pound, right?
That's it.
How far are they?
Yeah, exactly.
What you have to ask yourself, what does this mean? If this Constitution, they throw it in our face all the time, but this time the Constitution stands on the people's side. If a person is guilty of insurrection or aiding and abetting an insurrection, aiding and abetting sounds like a whole bunch of congressmen to me, then they are not qualified. They should be removed from their seat, not qualified to hold their office, because they were in a conspiracy to overthrow the government, to overthrow a bona fide, certified, justified election. And they're willing to do anything they want, but that's where we're at now, is the fact that they painted themselves into this corner that they got nothing else to sell. They have to hang with the story and keep pushing it. We can't back down. I don't want to see any backing off of the trial. Well, we're going to censor him. No, screw no. Censor him later if you want. I don't know if you can do that, but
that's just letting him get away.
That's exactly what it is. If there's not a trial in the Senate, then they're just again. But again, we're looking at a situation where we're looking at the Republican Senate allowing it to happen again. So this is not only the second impeachment on Donald Trump. This is the second indictment on a Republican Senate that will twice fail their obligations to this country by failing to stand up and vote.
I mean, it's pretty funny that the House came together. They came together and had 10 other voters, and they voted to convict him because he did wrong. And now, when it goes over to the Senate, it's like, oh, but it's okay. Let's here, I'll hold your hand and we'll sing.
Hopefully the state of New York is letting them do what they're going to do, and when this is all said and done with the impeachment, they'll come on hard. Hopefully, I mean that's
come already.
I mean, well, I think they're just standing by and letting them do what they got to do in DC.
Let him work up his frequent flyer miles, because he's going to try to figure out how to get to places.
Did you all hear that Nancy Pelosi and AOC has gotten so many voicemails from people demanding that they enact the 3rd chapter of the 14th Amendment that they're shutting it off because they got so many to go through? And now they said they've got over 550,000 voicemails to check.
I am sure that the people are. There's more support for Article 14th Amendment, Section 3. I have it right here. I've written Article 5.
Right there in black and white.
That's
It says
what
it right
it was written for. It's
No
written for that
person
exact
shall be a
reason.
Senate or a representative in Congress or elector of president and vice president or hold any office, civil or military, under the United States or under any state, who, having previously taken an oath, which they all did, and a member of Congress or as an officer of the United States or as a member of any state legislature. Well, that adds a lot of people to the list, too. Or as executive or judicial officer in any state, again, adding more people, to the support of the Constitution of the United States, shall have engaged in insurrection or rebellion against the same, or given aid and comfort to the enemies thereof.
And we just witnessed that exact thing.
We just witnessed that on your TVs on January 6th. And not only that, the planning it took to get there.
Yep.
The planning it took and the lead up to it, ever since the election, ever since November 3rd, when the big lie started getting pushed and repeated, although they knew it wasn't true. Those that were involved, the Ted Cruzes, the Josh Hollies, the shit, make a list. Kevin McCarthy. Yes. They were all out there.
Jim Jordan said, remember, you always
Jim
forget
Jordan.
that one.
You know what I want to see? I want to see the same aggressive type action that they used on Benghazi and Hillary's emails. I want that same passion showed by the Democrats in prosecuting this shit. I don't want a mealy mouth sitting back there and, well, here's what this says right here. We need to do this because it's your... No, run their shit in the dirt.
Jim Comey said?
Huh?
Yeah.
Did you hear what Jim Comey said?
What did Jim Comey say?
Jim Comey said if he was still director of the FBI, he said he would make sure that all these senators and congressmen answer for their crime.
Oh, he's not. He's not anymore.
Well, we need to make sure that they do.
We
the people
do.
need to make sure.
And it is the voice of the people that's going to make that
crime.
happen. There has to be an outrage. If we sit back as a society and decide, well, they're going to decide what they're going to decide, and we'll just have to accept it. No, that's how we took the White House. That's how we took the midterms. It's because we didn't stay silent. We gave our opinion. We let ourselves be known. And that's what these congressmen and senators still need to be reminded. You work for us, and we want things done.
Work for you.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
It's amazing how fast they went from the party of law and order to the major party of crime and chaos.
No shit.
I
Bill.
mean, Jesus Christ, man.
It's just like
I mean, for years they jammed down our throat. For years down our throat, even through Obama. We're the party of law and order. We're the party of the Constitution. Now they're a bunch of goddamn criminals, man.
You seem like
I don't know. I got some good news, guys.
What good news? Breaking good news. What good news, Ben?
Father yesterday went to the VA and got his first dose of the Pfizer vaccine.
Your dad? Your father?
Yes.
Outstanding, Ben. Outstanding.
And I have something very happy I want to report to you guys that the VA is doing too.
What?
Not only is the VA giving the veterans the vaccine, but everybody who lives in the home with the veteran is also going to get their vaccine from the VA.
Outstanding. I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about.
Providing they have the doses.
I'm thinking about jumping on my private jet and flying up to the Yukon and posing as a waiter and getting my shot that way.
Yeah,
that's the only hope I have.
Then the bad news about Virginia.
That happened up in Canada. A Canadian couple who were very well means took their private jet to Yukon to pose as poor first line staff and to get their shots, and they were exposed. What do you got? You got a hungry cat, Bill?
Yeah, my dog.
Oh, your dog.
Sam.
You know what I did, Bill? First thing I did this morning when I got up, I bought Vicky a new collar.
Oh, cool.
I went on Etsy. Marcia and I went on there looking, and we found a beautiful floral, a lot of pink and purple design all around it. You know, want to show off her girly looks. And real nice. So
John?
now I can't wait to get my new collar.
Yeah. John, did you guys hear about the bad news about Virginia?
Pray tell, what happened in Virginia?
extremely more deadly, the deadliest strain mutation version of this virus from South Africa has officially been found in Virginia.
Yeah.
I thought it was South Carolina.
No,
Yeah, I thought so too.
There is
it couldn't get any worse. I'll tell you what.
Yeah, every time you think, again, remind you to stay distance, wear your mask. Just about the time you think this shit's going to get better, it's going to get worse.
Yeah, so now all 3 variants of COVID is in America.
Well,
and my water is frozen. My water is frozen too.
Oh shit!
I mean, like,
well, sitting down here in the sun in South Texas, where my water's running fine, and I'm staying the hell away from nasty ass people. So trying to keep
it's frozen. It's frozen here. It's snowing.
That's okay, Robert. I went through the same thing this morning.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I talked to TW on the phone, and he's worried about his water then.
Yeah, I went down to the store and bought a bunch of bottles. Yeah, it froze. My water lines are frozen.
And guys, I want to say today on Facebook, our friend Robert Heron.
I'm sorry, I was just talking about Robert.
Yeah. I want to say today, guys, on Facebook that our friend Robert Heron had a very phenomenal, very well-spoken rant today.
Robert Heron did a rant today?
Yes.
I did not see that. I'll have to go look for it.
Well, thank you, Benjamin.
I'll have to go look. Robert,
every word you said was right on, buddy.
I love it.
I mean, that's the truth. That's just what it is. They want us to forget the attack that just happened on the United States.
Exactly.
They want us to sweep it under the rug, and they want us to move on, but they're not addressing the fact that the United States of America was just attacked by Trump terrorists.
Let me catch up real here quick. Diana Mallory, bequeather gone, came back with another $5 and said, "No more nice guy. Time to kick bums. Threatening to take someone's life used to be against the law." Indeed. Used to be, evidently, the Republican Party. Forget about it. Just good old boys having fun.
Well, and that was part of my rant, is the fact that Trump is responsible for those 5 dead people.
Trump is responsible for the destruction of this whole damn country. The division that we have now, the hatred that they're worried about now.
They always say, "Oh, we had a wonderful economy." No, you had a wonderful economy through Obama.
He had the first 2 years that he rode the coattails of Obama and then shit on everything,
and then when
just like
Trump
Republicans
got in there and screwed up everything because he always
does. It's
a
Republican habit. That's what they do.
It's a shit show.
Right. But the charges of incitement of insurrection are correct, because he incited an insurrection that killed 5 people and got a lot of people hurt.
Oh, John, they were just going down there to protest and it got carried away. No, they had intent to stop the legal proceedings that were going on, the work of the state to certify the election of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. That's why they were there on January 6th, and the mob that showed up. And again, you go looking at the films, you got guys showing up in full combat gear. Really? That's how you go to a rally in full combat gear?
Another thing that
zip ties.
You're forgetting another thing that was really important that was discovered during this whole thing was there was pipe bombs there.
Yes, 2 pipe bombs.
And a gallows.
Yes. Yes, there's no question about the intent of what they did.
So now, what I said in my rant today was that the fact that if this had been Iraq or any other nation that had attacked the Capitol in what we just saw, we would be at war with them right now. We would be attacking them. We would be dropping bombs on them right this second.
Indeed.
But because it was Trump terrorists, they're just going, "Oh no, we want to forget about this."
Yeah, this is nothing. It's just it was just we should investigate it. That's what we should have a commission, and we should investigate this. And they'll just want to play the clock out. That's all they want to do. Because they don't want to. They don't want to investigate. They don't want to do anything about it because they're the guilty ones.
Right.
Because they're the ones that helped. They're the ones that propagated the big lie, kept talking about it. Oh, it's been stolen, and Donnie Trump is the greatest president, the smartest genius you ever saw. They perpetrated the whole freaking lie of Trump. He's a game show host and a bad one at that. He's a disgusting sore on humanity all his life and his father's life. I mean, it runs in the family, and now we're looking at Don Jr. going out to Wyoming to campaign against Darth Vader's daughter. Old bat, two cats.
I know there's a lot of places. I know
Liz
there's a
Cheney.
lot of places. I know there's a lot of places in Wyoming that they wouldn't find Don Jr.
Yeah.
That's a big state. I'm sorry, but that's a big state.
Actually, he's right because they're missing about 25 Native American women in Wyoming, and they can't find them.
Offense. I'm just saying this because, not to be mean or anything, but he's gonna piss off some cowboys.
Well, did you see how Liz Cheney shot Matt Gaetz down? She shot him down by telling him the men in Wyoming don't wear makeup. That's what she told Matt Gaetz when he said he's coming up there. Well, our men don't wear makeup. I'm just saying. Old Bat with two cats donated $15. Thank you, Old Bat, two cats. We appreciate it tremendously. And she said, I don't want to pay one more cent toward the impeached one's pension, protection, office space, or staff. Go away, citizen Trump. Fuck Trump.
Yeah, I think
that's why. That's why we should do it. He has bled this country dry as it is. Every time he turned around, he was stealing money from this country.
The list of reasons to indict him.
John, as they say down in your area, vaya con Dios.
Vaya con Dios, that's all. Get out of here, bendejo. Vámonos.
He's got to pay for his crimes.
He
the
does.
List is so long that he's got to be indicted. I mean, that's
how can we as a country expect justice in our system out here for the rest of us if we can't look at the highest echelons of our government and see justice denied?
He can't be this guy that got away with everything.
There's no accountability. We can forget law and order, man.
Yes, they gave up on law and order. It's a bumper sticker to them.
His damn kids too. I mean, the whole family. I mean, my God. I mean, like I said, I have nightmares about one of them motherfuckers being my governor. And it's just it's crazy.
Talk about Ivanka trying to go up against Marco Rubio next time.
I don't know if it was Ivanka or Melania today opened up some business here in Florida. Is starting. I can't remember if it was Ivanka or Melania. I need to ask my brother.
Melania opened an office. I know of the former first lady. I don't know. They're making shit up now.
My brother has to deal with all that stuff. I need to ask him about it.
Oh man, I'm telling you.
Now here's the thing and Bill, you can correct me if I'm wrong. If all of these Trumps go to court in D.C., which all are pending federal courts and stuff. If they have a federal charge on them, they can't run for office, can they?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Boy, that's a good question, but I think the answer is no.
Well, because now I know that they're doing the trial, but aren't they also implicating Don Jr. and Giuliani in the same thing?
Well, that would have to be done. This is only about the only one on trial in this one is going to be Trump himself, Donnie Boy. The other ones, there could be legal actions taken against them. I know there's going to be legal action probably taken against Rudy Giuliani and Mo Brooks for incitement by the D.C. area.
I'm sorry to say it, but if Donnie gets off and then his kids go to jail for the same bullshit, that would just really piss everybody off.
Shit.
Well, here's something I want to interject right here because Rudy's being sued for $1.3 billion and so is a city, right? All this information in the court is going to come out, and they're going to show the world that this thing was legit. There was no cheating, and they're going to sue. They're going to get
suing everybody. They left it open enough so they could sue everybody.
Yeah, the Dominion is going after everyone.
Yeah,
right. So far, between those two people, it's $2.6 billion they're suing them for. That's a lot of money. $2.6 billion. I doubt if either one of them will ever see that kind of money in their lifetime. And I doubt that the judge will appoint them that. But even if they get half of that from those two people, right? And all the information is going to come out in public. So the world is going to watch this trial and go, damn, those people are just a bunch of clowns.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. That's what That's how come I'm saying let the Senate stand up there and defend this man. We have elections coming up in 2022. A lot of senators are going to be on the campaign trail. Let them stand up there in the on the Senate floor and make commercials for us, because we are going to use their words against them. Their cowardness is going to be pointed out in 2022. Their neglect to stand up for their country and instead decided to kiss a
I agree with Bill. You should be able to try him. You can't. I mean, you can't say, oh well, you can't try him because he's out of office. Fuck that crap. I'm sorry.
Right. Absolutely.
And you need to toss.
That is so ignorant, even to a layman down here. Even to a layman down here laying bricks, buddy, you can't tell that guy, well, once you get away with the crime, once you're gone, they can't charge you anymore. They'll just forget about it. Don't worry.
It's just, the bad thing about it is I think they're looking on Nixon. Well, he got away with it. Yeah, he did get away with it. But you know what? He didn't get to do anything for the rest of his fucking time ever in office again.
Nixon resigned.
Nothing.
In disgrace.
Done.
But he resigned. The only reason he did was because a Republican Senate went to him. A Republican Senate went to him and told him, look, we're going to convict your ass. What do you want to do here, bub? And he left. But now we don't have that. We don't have a Republican Party that has the guts to stand up to a blubbering liar. Yes, sir.
This is the first time in history. This is the first time in history we've seen American people attack the government in full view that was instigated by a guy that told
God
him to do
and
it.
everybody.
And when he told him to do it, it makes him guilty of the 5 people that died because he lit the match and told them to march on that.
And it's not over. It's not over yet, Robert, because right now we are under a terroristic domestic threat, a domestic terrorist threat. We are still concerned about these people finding courage out of that insurrection. Pointing to it and said, look what we did, we could do more, and trying to actually gain strength. This is an ongoing issue now. Brought to you by Donald J. Trump, baby.
Yeah, and they're telling who all they're beating.
Willing to burn down this house for his own glory. That's what we have. And he's not done yet. And we knew it. We knew it. We all knew it before he left. We got his ass beat. Is he going to be gone? No. And here we are still talking about it. We're going to be talking about it.
He has to be indicted. He's got to be indicted.
He has to be indicted.
But there has to be a trial that shows that he's responsible for those 5 people that died.
So what happens now? Take the reality part of this, and we have the trial, and he doesn't get convicted. Where does that leave us? Where does that leave us?
Then you got to look at the people that didn't convict him.
Exactly. That's who has to pay the price. Those who refuse to do their job are the ones who are going to have to pay this price. We already know if they let this asshole go, the law means nothing to them. Our Constitution, our traditions, nothing means anything to the Republican Party anymore. That's how come I say I don't want to play nice guy anymore. I want to shove it up their butt. They're the ones that are guilty, not us. I don't want to make a deal to let him off easy. Shit, let me catch up here real quick.
The other night.
Let me catch up real quick. Jason Milton donated $5 and said, what do you think about Arizona and Massachusetts Republican Party, Senator and Cindy McCain, Governor Doug Ducey, and Massachusetts Governor Baker for not kissing Trump's ass? RNC Civil War? ? Yeah, it's a war within the party, though. And then Teresa Diggum, our artist, donated $5 to Super Chat. And we thank you very much, Teresa. And Diana Mallory came back again with another $5 and said, rest in peace, Cicely Tyson. Oh, man, Cicely Tyson died. She was 96.
Yeah, so did Cloris Leachman.
Yes, I heard about Cloris Leachman, too. That's pitiful.
John, you know what I'm looking forward to, guys? I'm looking forward to the day when we hear Donald John Trump, you are under arrest.
Absolutely.
Along with Melania, Ivanka, Jared, Don Jr., Eric.
I would actually like to hear Donald Trump. You have
Mitch
been
McConnell.
proven that you did incite riots, and you will be going to jail for the next 50 years.
Yeah, minimum.
That is all our. These are all our pipe dreams. These are what we think we should be convicted. He should get due time. The reality is, we're looking at a situation where a corrupt Republican Party is going to let him walk again. and that is going to empower him to his minions.
Kushner, he said he needs to do time. They need to show a precedence.
Absolutely.
Indeed. And the only hope you have of seeing that is if you get him on state charges. Come on, New York, baby. Where's Van? Where's Vance at?
The word sedition has consequences. The word insurrection has consequences. The word treason has consequences. It's supposed to. So if they don't enforce these laws, it's just a joke. It's an absolute joke. Period.
You might as well go in and go into the store,
what the right's
grab yourself a bottle of something and walk out because there's no laws. Well, Trump gets away with everything.
And you know what the Republicans are going to tell us? Get over it, snowflake. America.
Right? Because they did the crime. Now they need to do the time for the crime they just did.
They should.
Yeah.
And in a real world, there would be consequences for this. But the real world changed 4 years ago when actually 12. I always lay it back to the time when Obama was elected because that's when the rats came out of the woodwork.
The other night when we were talking.
That's when the cockroaches were cultivated by the Republican Party to rise up, and the best they could come up with was Donald Trump to come after Obama, one of the greatest presidents this country's seen, is replaced by the worst president in our history, all on a wave of hate.
And they're kissing his ass.
Because the hate continues. Because the fuel for that hate continues. Understand.
It's like, yes, we liked Obama because he did things and he changed things and he did wonderful things.
The Republican Party has one last hope, and that is to hang on to the white vote as much as they can.
He totally fucks up the entire country, and
he literally saved my life. Obama literally saved my life. I wouldn't be alive without Obamacare. I would not be alive.
There are many stories like yours, Robert. There are many stories like that. And again, we just went through 4 years of them screaming about how much a great health plan the Republicans have. They're going to sign it in 2 weeks and everything else. You lit the 4 years of that bullshit and never saw a damn thing. Not a single piece of legislation introduced through the House on health care at all, because the Republicans don't sell a product. They just sell bumper stickers, baby. They tell you, we believe in God, we believe in the troops, and we have a health care plan in 2 weeks.
That's the only thing I still, to this day, I just don't understand.
You can just sell them anything.
Obama did great, and then they get Trump in here. Oh, he's great. How can he be great? He fucked up the entire country.
Speaking of that, guys, do you know what happened at the NFC and AFC championship games this year?
No, I did not. What?
All the black players on both teams and some of the white players on both teams refused to put their hand over their heart when the national anthem was being.
There should be statements.
And the reason why they did it was because of the insurrection.
I dare somebody say something about somebody kneeling.
Yeah,
Kiss my ass.
Protest, right?
That's a peaceful protest. What we saw on January 6th was not a peaceful protest, was not walk down to the Capitol. That was a mob inspired by a cult leader, which again, that is what some of these people that have been arrested, they're referring to him as a cult leader. That's what the lawyers are saying. Hey, my client was under the influence of a cult leader here. Who's the cult leader? Donald Trump, the president of the United States. He told my client to come down here and do what he did. He got wrapped up in the emotion of the whole thing. And the client is innocent.
Duped. Right now they feel duped that they didn't get the pardon. Oh, he didn't pardon us.
Yeah, he didn't pardon me. He should have pardoned me. No, he's coming on TV and he threw your ass under the bus. You know?
I love the fact that
he don't give a shit about
FBI,
you.
I love the fact that the FBI has come out and said white supremacist groups are terrorist groups.
They're not going to do that. What white supremacist group are you referring to? Who is it that specifically that you're referring to? You know, that's what that's what Donnie said up on the debate stage. And they gave him Proud Boys, stand back and stand by. Wasn't that great? Right. Wonderful. That sure proves you're not an insurrectionist, huh? You know, it's just.
I mean, all the evidence to convict this guy's come out of his mouth.
There's a story out. I'm not sure if it's true or not. The leader of the Proud Boys is inside informant.
I saw that
Yep.
story. I haven't read it, but I saw the headline that they think he was
I
an
read it,
inside
part of it.
informant for a while. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, isn't that
Oh, I got
Yeah.
a little piece of humor to insert in here.
Well, we need some.
Too bad that. Okay, first, Pence should be involved in this too. He needs to be taken to the carpet. But if this is about Pence, him and Mother are couch surfing.
Yeah.
Oh, yes,
yeah.
that's what I heard. Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't think
They're
they was going to need a house,
couch
so yeah. They're
hiding
asking
out.
people to, hey, can we spend the night with you?
In Indiana,
you know.
they are surfing on everybody's couch that'll let them.
They're on the run.
Everybody in the
Nobody wants to
congregation-
sell him a house, probably. I wouldn't want Pence next to me. Are you shitting me?
They're on the run.
No.
They're on the run.
I don't. I ask you to.
They're scared.
ask
They're
you
on the
to,
run.
'cause
They're
I'm
like
curious.
on the run.
Okay.
And on the run.
Where?
on
Where are they
the
running to?
run.
Let's go with
I mean,
them.
if they threatened to kill him, they were like, hang Mike Pence, hang Mike
Yes.
Pence. I mean, come on.
How,
If that's not enough evidence that you sent people to kill your
feel
own
a little
VP, I don't
strange
know
out
what
there
is.
today, Mike, walking around
I mean-
amongst people that may have had a rope out for you. He don't know where he's going, who was at that Capitol, and who was yelling, "Hey, where's Pence?" Well, there he is, right there. You know, it's a
The
scary
best thing
thought,
Pence can
Mike.
do-
You
The
know,
best thing Pence can do, he knows that they were sent after him, okay? The best thing Pence can do, because he got thrown under the bus, is come back and throw Trump under the bus at this hearing coming up.
hey,
of
Donnie,
course.
step forward right here. Oh, damn. Yeah,
See, now, I
they
wanna
all
see
need
Trump
to throw
take-
him under the bus.
See, I want to see Trump take the stand. I want to see him get on the stand. I want to see him get on that
Not
stand
gonna
under
happen.
oath and then have every attorney in the world come at him.
Not going to happen. He's
Because
not
they will
gonna-
tear him a new one if he
Yeah.
sits down on the stand.
Oh.
For sure.
He would,
He
because
can't
he'd
get
start,
on the
if
stand.
they give him a microphone that ain't got a teleprompter in front of him, he would just, shoot himself
yeah.
in
Can't
the foot
help
every
but
2
lie.
seconds.
Oh,
He has to lie.
Yeah.
Get him
What does
under
that
oath
word
on the
say?
stand and watch what they do to him. For sure. Because he can't stop telling lies. He's going to. He can't stop telling lies. The guy's
Well,
a
you know,
Yeah,
and-
yeah.
There yourself.
and there's the and he gives you the evidence. It's like, hey, Russia, if look
you're
for the
listening,
emails. Yeah.
Yeah.
Proud Boys, stand back but stand by. You know, what I
Right.
mean,
Oh, yeah.
Everything he does
Voter
out in front
fraud.
of God and everybody. In
He's
front of
a
everybody.
co-talker.
His crimes, he
Like
doesn't
when you
try
have
to
the
hide
Bible
them.
upside down. When you
You
have
know,
the
he
Bible
Dares
upside
you
down
to
for
do
the
anything
church,
about it.
I thought that was a
see,
good
and that's
method.
the thing.
right?
That's why he needs to be made an example.
That's how
because
come
he
the
dares you
Democratic Party
do
needs to
it.
step up with their aggressiveness on this shit. We are on the right side of history here. There's nothing that, if we don't stomp this down now, it's just going to get worse in the next election. Who do you think they're going to come up with, and who is that candidate going to be talking to out there on the trail?
Yeah, and not to mention that Ivanka is running for Senate in Florida now.
Well, that's what I said. She's going after Marco Rubio's spot. How you like that, Marco?
Did you see Rubio
Yeah.
react to that? That was so funny.
That's, anybody,
Dude,
you're
she's running
anybody
against
can run.
me?
Yeah,
Oh,
but
my
just,
God.
oh my God, she's going to take my seat. Oh,
He was
Lord, Marco.
swerving, he was swerving.
Little Marco. He should have listened a long time
sorry.
ago.
Marco, you knew he
She
wasn't
might as well give it
good.
up because she'll probably be in jail.
Let me ask you this. Essie. Do you think
Yeah.
if she ran in your county or anywhere, do you think that she'd get votes?
He would. She probably wouldn't. She wouldn't
Yes.
get in my county.
Well,
I
she
mean,
would
we're-
get some. She may not win, but she'd get
yeah.
some. Oh yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Just,
I mean,
just on the
that's
pure
what I'm
basis of
saying.
ooh, I want to rub
That's-
elbows
that's
with the
what I
Trumps
said.
too.
Said before, I mean-
you think
Well,
Daddy
because
would
you know
try
what,
to
John? Here's the thing,
get the
and I
election
love
again?
the terminology that you just gave me. She's a cucumber.
Yes,
I like that. Cucumber.
that's
my
not
new-
mine. I
that's
stole
my
it,
new
but
word.
I heard it
I
over
like that.
Robin
Cucumber. She's
Kincaid
a
show. That's what
cucumber.
he calls it, cucumber lady.
You're always going to have cucumbers to support those people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. You
I
have
know what
look
she
at
is.
where Marjorie Taylor Greene came from. Look at
Yeah,
that
exactly.
district in
Exactly.
in Georgia. Who elected her? You go back and look at all her campaign ads when she was running for the House. All of them had
and then they
a gun
put her on
involved.
the-
She's shooting
and then they
everything.
put her
A
on
sign
the
that says
school,
socialist, she
board,
shoots it, it blows
whatever
up.
today.
LGBT, she shoots it, it blows up. She's shooting everything. Everything was riding around with a gun. That's who that's who some of these people are in redneck
John.
counties that are got their head up their ass. That's all they don't. They
John.
are bumper sticker readers. Yes, sir.
But then they put her as a chairman on the
education
board.
And that is being highly objected to. There's been several letters already written to. And that's that is what Pelosi slapped down the whole GOP for this morning.
She
slapped the shit out of them. What are you doing? You're letting this.
Can you imagine chasing a Parkland shooter survivor down the street and mocking him? And she is a denier of 9/11. She thinks it was an inside job. Wonderful lady. She thinks Sandy Hook was a false flag operation, not really real. Parkland shooting, not really real. It was a false flag operation just to take away your guns, because that's all she's got crammed up her ass is her guns. That's it. You go look at all her ads, all of her ads. I'm packing iron. I'm shooting this. Look at here. I have an AR-15. I have this kind of gun. That's all she
She's also said that people should be shot.
Yes.
Seeing all these videos of her popping up on Twitter. I just seen one. I haven't watched it yet because I'm listening to the show.
Yeah,
but, I mean, apparently she's talking shit about people with Down syndrome.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell?
And you know what's sad about this, guys? Every single gunman that did those shootings were all Trump supporters.
Oh, yeah. Every single one. They were even worse than that. They were all at one of the rallies. So if you...
Go ahead.
Why don't you do super chats?
So I can catch up.
Go ahead and do.
Yeah, because Teresa Diggum had made a donation. Thank you very much, Teresa. But she had made a comment that didn't come through, and her comment was, the founders created the Electoral College because they thought that regular people were not smart enough to vote for smart people. So what do? Now with people electing dangerous people. No shit. Well, we should have at least. Thank you very much, Teresa.
Except the founders did not create the Electoral College. It was created.
No, the Electoral College. Well, it was written into the Constitution.
Yeah, in 1868. Not the founders. The founders was 1776.
Right.
90 years difference there.
Well, the biggest reason for the Electoral College was the lack of mobility. If somebody voted out west,
Jim Crow.
Well, a lot of reasons, really, but it was set up.
It was mostly slavery driven, and it was 1868 after the Civil War because of the slavery owners.
Yep.
They didn't trust the slave owners.
No. But they sold it as a way because the electorals had to bring the people's vote to Washington. You couldn't get on a phone. There was no phone, no telegraph, no nothing. So they came up with a system.
She said it was founding fathers, and the founding fathers had nothing to do with the Electoral College.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, if we don't get rid of the Electoral College, we're never going to get rid of the
I'm all for getting rid of the Electoral College.
Oh, yeah.
It's an antiquated system. It's not relevant anymore.
No. Because you know what? The Electoral College and the gerrymandering is the only way Republicans ever won any elections in this country.
That's it. If it wasn't for the Electoral College, Republicans, and they've said that. They've come out and said that. If it wasn't for the Electoral College, they'd never get a Republican voted in again. Because if it was by popular vote, well, there's a whole lot more liberal-minded people in this country than there are conservative-minded people. And that will increase over time just by the mere fact of our lives, our society. When you say you're liberal, point in case, my wife just saw somebody on her feed and her family come up. It was about the transgender ban that Donnie had put in, and Joe lifted something, and the fact, oh, here we go again with the trans.
Did you hear?
Really? And this is from somebody that comes from the Christian side, evangelical, deep, hardcore Christian. Really? That's where your hate comes out now. It's the transgender.
Yeah.
People.
Did you hear what John McCain's wife said about today's Republican Party?
No. Go ahead.
She said that people like Mitch McConnell, Lindsey Graham, Josh Hawley, Roger Marshall, Ted Cruz, and Donald Trump have turned today's Republican Party into something she does not recognize as something.
Nobody recognizes the Republican Party anymore.
There is no more Republican Party.
Personally, the last real Republican was Barry Goldwater. After that,
what they stand for now compared to what the Republican Party really used to stand for,
you couldn't even get Ronald Reagan into today's Republican Party. They chop him up in pieces and spit him out.
Yep. But I got to tell you,
but he's the one that put all of this in motion that got us Donald Trump. I guarantee you that shit.
This was what Donald Trump said. He's going to destroy the Republican Party. He's going to make it his party or destroy them. That's what he said. That was his promise.
Basically, he's telling them it's my way or the highway. That's what he's telling them. He's doubling down. He's not backing off of shit. He wants to continue to sell the lie. I won. It was rigged. It was robbed. He's going to keep that up. And the more he keeps that up, the more chance that this country has of having another domestic terrorist event. Because they're going to incite it.
Or a dictator.
Let me get Sarge take care. Donated $2.
He's torch the Republican Party. I mean, the Republican Party.
He's destroying it.
Yeah, it's over.
Yeah, I don't know what they would. Who's left to reclaim anything? Mitt Romney? Really?
Right. He's the last one. He's
Mitt Romney?
the last standing guy.
He's the last one that's holding any Republican values at all.
That's all I see. That's all. I have a lot of respect for him. I mean, he I the only guy on the Republican side.
I hate his politics, but I got respect for him. He stood up.
Yeah.
He said something. Jeff Flake stood up and said something. There's been a few, but they're few and far between now, and that's what's terrible.
I would have seen more with. Go ahead. I'll wait.
Okay, Sarge Tech donated $2 to Super Chat and said, "To my Blue Dot family, love you all. Thank you." Sarge Tech, love comes right back at you. Right back at you. We love you too. Thank you very much for that. And you're going to say, Bella? I'm sorry?
I would give him more credit where credit is due if he had voted the last time around, yes, on both counts.
Yeah. We've heard a couple of Republicans stand up.
That would send a
had
firm message.
5 senators stand up and vote no on Rand Paul's motion to dismiss the trial, unconstitutional. Only 5 out of 50. That's not good. We're looking at a situation to where the majority of the Republican Party are wasted away. They're Trumpers. They're not the Republican Party. There's only 5 left willing to stand up for the values. What side do you think is going to win? It's going to be the side of hate. All these little lying congressmen and senators on that side. The Marjorie Taylor Greens, the Bobbitt, whatever her name is out there, and whatever, pistol packing mama. Another one.
Travis, the gal that got recalled back into Colorado. How's that going?
Babbitt, is that her name?
PW.
What?
Huh? What?
The gal.
Squirrel.
Bobart. What's going on in that? What's going on there?
I really haven't heard because I didn't watch the news today. But you give me a few minutes, I can try to catch the 6 o'clock news here. Find out.
Maybe they're going to get rid of her that way. I don't. The way that the Republican right now, Matt Gaetz getting on his sparkle pony and running up to Wyoming to fight up against Liz Cheney, and you see the Republican Party of Oregon coming out and saying, well, they think this whole operation on January 6th was a false flag perpetrated by Antifa. The Republican Party of Arizona really coming out against Cindy McCain? Really? You're going to suck up to Donnie? It's sickening because they have no values left, no integrity left at all. The only thing they know is that hate gets them votes. If you tell a group of people the reason they're miserable and they ain't got nothing left is because this other group of people over here and you need to rise up and just smite them down. That's what they're doing. And we're the people they want to smite down. And I'm not taking that shit. Anybody up and down my street knows. I still got flags and shit. Are you shitting me? They're not giving up. John, they're not giving up.
I think that some of these Trump,
I do too.
Some of these Trump supporters that voted for Trump this time, and now they're saying that Trump turned on them after they did what he told them to do at the Capitol.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think if they don't get arrested, I think they're going to turn on the Republican Party, and I don't think they're going to vote Republican ever again.
Oh,
I hope.
It's got to be the mega party. It'll be like the Trump said. He wants another party. He wants his Patriot Party. He wants his mega party. Whatever.
You know, they've got 4 years of I don't know, Alex Jones style hysteria in calling out all sorts of QAnon bullshit and stoking that fear, stoking that anger, stoking everything they can get to bile up that hate.
That's why he's got to be indicted.
It's
I mean,
all they
there's
got.
just every reason in the world to indict this guy.
And I don't know what their end game is. Where does that bring you? You know, because that kind of shit leads you to what happened at January 6th, anarchy. You know, what are we going to do? Mad Max society. We'll just run around and trial by combat. You know, whoever comes out alive, I guess, is the innocent one.
I mean, that's a good point because look, I want to make that point. What's the end game when you raid a Capitol and you're in there beating everybody up? What are you going to do then?
Well, you know, there was one guy in there saying, okay, let's sit down and form a government. You heard that? There's one said he's standing in the House chamber there, and he said, well, while we're here, we might as well form a government. Yeah, hey, you horn guy, get up there and take the, you know, what the, there is no, the sad part of that is we saw law enforcement, we saw firefighters, we saw educators, we saw police officers in that crowd. These are Americans all across our country that live in our towns, our cities, they're our neighbors. Those were the people in that crowd, willing to do that.
And where are they going? To jail.
Yeah, it's funny.
And for what?
A few days back, I seen a pic.
What are you saying?
I guess it was the picture from the FBI or somebody took of the wire handcuff guy. With the handcuff.
Yeah, zip tie guy.
Zip tie guy. They showed it was a picture of all his guns and the shit he had in his house, on his bed. and someone tweeted back and said sell a gun, buy a headboard.
His mother got arrested too, by the way.
Yes, his mother got arrested too.
You know what, John? That's one of
the guy with the rebel flag, him and his son got her. It's a family thing with some of these people. Come on, son. We're going to grab the rebel flag. I'll need that, son.
One of the things that'll help make things better is to reverse what Reagan did, and that is reinstate the fairness doctrine.
Need the fairness doctrine back. Yes, because
in the news.
You know, that's the echo chamber that you find over on right-wing media, the Fox Spews of the world.
It's entertainment. It's entertainment. It's nothing else.
And now most of their reputable, what little reputable journalists they had over there are getting chased out. Because they're just like the Republican Party, doubling down. They're going to push the lie.
That reminded me of something, John, when you said that. When you said the thing about Reagan. You know how they're always saying, oh, you know, the Democrats, they're going to take your guns. They're going to take them all. And they're going to...
Be afraid. Be very afraid.
No, listen to this. Listen to this. Okay. You had somebody shoot Reagan and somebody shoot Brady. Guess what? Who took their guns? The Brady Act.
Brady Act. You know.
Yes, it did.
I am a gun owner. Most people who live out in rural areas are gun owners for a lot of reasons. Protection being one of them. Nobody is going to come take your guns. I've always said that the problem we have in this country right now is the love affair that we have with guns. It's not a gun, it's the gun to have. It's an AR-15. And you know, when me and Travis went to a debate between the candidates down here in 2018 in our city hall down here, and listened to one of those, I can't even remember that guy's name, thank God. Michael Cloud won. He was on that stage, but it was the other Republican that was up there who was really entertaining and telling all of the people around here that we need to buy as many guns as you can and as much ammunition as you can. He was actually talking about that in a public debate here in my town, telling his fellow people, his fellow citizens, to buy as many guns and as much ammunition as you can get.
I remember.
Because you're going to need it. What are you talking about?
I remember that video. Hey, you know,
It's
wasn't it wasn't it Bush and Cheney that lifted the assault weapons ban? Wasn't there
Yes,
assault?
it
assault
was.
and so they could.
They didn't renew it. They
so
didn't renew it.
Oh, they didn't renew it, so they could make money.
The gun issue is the number one issue with Republicans.
Yeah.
You ask anything,
But you know what?
It's two things: their God and their guns. They want their God to be able to smite you on whatever it is.
You know what's sad?
What's that, Ben?
One of the things that Robert said today in his rant, if this was any other country that came on our soil and did this insurrection, we would be bombing their country right now.
I heard that. He'd be dropping bombs somewhere. We would. We'd be at war. But this time the enemy is us. We have seen the enemy, and it's us.
One of the best ways, if they're going to keep going up like this and keep going like this, one of the best ways to get our guns taken away from everybody is to have assholes like they are going out, causing destruction and stuff like that. Our guns is guaranteed to be taken in insurrections because of an insurrection.
If you attack the government has no choice but to respond to that attack.
We have let the right-wing nut job get away for so many years, convincing you that you have ultimate power to own a gun because the Second Amendment gives you that right. And the Second Amendment says a well-regulated militia. A well-regulated militia being necessary for the freedom of the state. A person's right to own arms shall not be infringed upon. A well-regulated militia. The only real militias are those identified by the state. You don't have the Ohio State Militia is not condoned by the state of Ohio. The state of Ohio doesn't have a shit-ass thing to do except they use the name Ohio State and the word militia. So people, I'm joining the Ohio State. No, you're not. You're joining a gang. And the only purpose of these gangs is to practice to shoot their fellow citizens in some imaginary war that they want. They actually, some of these idiots actually want that war. They've practiced enough. The guys that were going to take out the Michigan Governor Gretchen Wilson. Wilson?
Yep.
God, my head, I'm full of names, I swear.
Guys without girlfriends.
Yep.
Yeah, the guy that just pled guilty to that. He liked playing Army. He thought they were playing Army. Are you shitting me? Join the fucking Army. How's that, bozo?
Here's the thing with that statute, with the regulated militia.
Yes.
That was when we have Flint rifles, and everybody had to be on the ready to defend this country because we were so fragile.
I got a 50 caliber in there, black powder. You want to see how long it takes to load that son of a bitch? For me? For me, I gotta admit these guys were probably a lot faster at it, but it takes me a while to load that thing, and I don't like shooting it because if you've never shot a black powder, it's an experience, baby. Yeah, because you don't know if that thing's gonna go off when you pull the trigger, or is there gonna be just a slight hesitation while it burns down that little pike and hits that pack.
There is a hesitation.
Yes, there is, and sometimes depending on how it's packed and how that cap hits. It could be a second or two, which is a long time to hold that big-ass long rifle out there going click.
I have flintlocks.
Okay, boom! And it catches you. It's like, okay. You got to get used to that unless you got to learn how to pack it right, I
had
guess.
45 caliber flintlocks.
I have a 50.
Back in the day when they used those guns, they didn't say ready aim. They said ready level. Ready level.
Level.
There was no aiming. They just get it level as you can.
And that thing, mine's got a barrel of 10 feet long. I swear it's like holding up a... Yeah, anyway. Stephanie Dean, look at there. Our friend Stephanie Dean donated $5 through Super Chat. Said, John, you owe me a phone call this weekend, any afternoon or evening, and thanks for cheering me up. I will indeed call you, Stephanie Dean. I'm sorry. I probably do owe you a phone call. I call them. Occasionally I called Paula Hellbach the other day because I was taking down a bunch of stuff here and I noticed all the cards she ever sent. And I called her up on the phone. I said, hey, thank you for all these cards you ever sent over all these years. I try to reach out and talk to as many of our Blue Dots as I can. Somebody up in Michigan won the damn big lotto. There goes my dreams of buying a bus and coming to your ass, your house.
And I don't know.
There went my plan of buying a big compound for everybody to come play on.
There you go. There you go. We'll form hey, I got an idea. We could form a commune, and we'll revert back to our.
This was in Colorado. The houses look like little hobbit houses.
We'll be just like the hippies we used to be. We'll form a commune. We'll grow our own food. We'll make our own clothes. That's
it was a 360-acre ranch.
Yeah, we tried that one time.
What do you guys want to bet?
I know what it's like to live out of a truck for 6 years. I did it.
I know what it's like to live in an RV for 3. A small RV. 2 kids.
What do you guys want to bet that it was some? What do you guys want to bet that it was some Trump supporter that won both big jackpots that didn't need the money in the first place?
I hope whoever won it, I hope it blesses their heart, and I hope they bless a lot of other people with that kind of money. Which you think that kind of money that you would think that they would be that
I would, and I'd run out and give everybody I know $1 million.
Shit me with that kind of money? Because I look
at hopefully it wasn't Donald Trump.
I look at everything as $100. All right, how much money did this guy win? Whoever it was like I don't know.
Billion or something billion.
It was $1 billion. He's
cash option.
Get about $500 million.
So okay, he gets $500 million cash.
Somebody else in Florida won the Powerball jackpot.
If you had $500, would you give $1 to a guy on the street?
Yeah.
If you had $500 in your pocket, would you give the guy that's holding the cardboard sign $1? You do the math on that.
$2.
Be a little generous with that shit. If you've got $500 million,
right?
I would keep $2 and give him the rest.
Yeah, but John, wasn't it somebody in Florida that won that Powerball, that big ass Powerball jackpot before the big Mega Millions jackpot?
700,000.
Yeah, it wasn't me.
700 million.
Yeah, it wasn't me. Most I've ever won, I think I won about $10 on a scratch off. That's about my limit. Karen Van White, though, donated $5 through Super Chat and said, "Here is my first payment for the Blue Dot compound." There, we'll buy that sucker. There you go.
We'll build a commune.
What's that noise? Oh, is that the dryer?
Yeah, Ben.
PW is watching the 6 o'clock news.
Yeah, Ben, I haven't heard if anyone won it here in Florida, Ben, which I haven't really been paying attention.
Yeah, they said it was somebody in Florida that won that $700 million jackpot from the Powerball.
I thought it was up in Michigan.
You live in Florida. I got a question for the Florida kid here. What are the extradition rules in Florida? What are the extradition laws in Florida? Because I know that it's hard to extradite people out of Florida.
You think there's somebody might be in Florida that might need to be extradited back to another state? Maybe I don't know, New York.
I know this. He's got the governor in his pocket. He's got fucking dirty, crooked ass Rick Scott in his freaking pocket. I mean, he's got everybody.
Donnie has just about every politician in
Florida that isn't a Democrat.
That is not a Democrat in his pocket. That are all going to be trying to kiss his ass while he's in that state. You could bet your boots on that shit.
They're all in Florida with him. They're all
employees of the Donald J. Trump School of Fuck-Uppery.
Yep. Yep. And they just, if they had this...
I know that some people move to Florida to avoid extradition. I know that for a fact, so that's why
I'm not up to date on that. So I don't want to give you the wrong answer.
I think they'd still say, well, your businesses were here.
I think the crimes are to an extent that it would be difficult for any state to say, no, we don't want to extradite him to your state. And that would assume that he had an arrest warrant and everything like that, which I want to get to. I want to get to that point. But first, we have to get through the subpoena part, the summons part, and, whatever, the grand jury part. And
I'd like to see him with the little ball, on the back of his foot that he has to pull along with him,
Yeah.
Can you see him running on his golf cart? He's running on his golf cart from the guys that are trying to hand him the subpoena. He's like running away from him.
Yeah.
John?
Don's not here, man. Don's not here.
You're screwed, Don.
Yes.
We'll catch you.
Who was Velda, was that you?
Yep. I was going to ask not TW, but Travis a question. What were with all the 1, 2, 3 rooms in the other room, in the blue room?
I'm actually going to be making a video about that tonight. There's some updates that are going to be coming over to Discord over the weekend, and I'm going to go into further detail about all that tonight. So I'll go over it then, where I have all my thoughts collected. But we got some good updates.
Video off your phone yet, did we?
No, that has nothing to do with this.
Oh no, no, I was just thinking more entertainment.
No, I don't even feel like putting that on. But my point being is, no, we got some things coming to Discord. Some quality of life changes are coming, and yeah, I got a video coming out that's going to explain what's going to be happening. But over the weekend, we got some stuff coming, and yeah, I'm going to have to go into detail of what those mean. But for now, they're just normal rooms. If you want to go to one, you can go to one. If you want to go to the other, you can go to the other. If a room is too crowded, you can go to another, or whatever. So it's just giving options, that's all.
Oh, we got new rooms?
Multiple blue rooms. But there's more coming that's going to relate to that, so I'm going to be going into it in great detail.
Hey, I'll meet you over there at
more speaking
room
space.
3.
Yep.
So, John, check this out.
Behind door number 1, door number 2, door number 3.
Yeah.
Right.
So check this out, guys.
Keep it technologically simple for us technically challenged folks. Wait.
Keep it simple.
Right,
Is
so
that
check
what you're
this out,
saying?
guys. The guy that won that jackpot in Michigan, the grand total was
I thought it was Michigan.
Who gives a
in Michigan. This was the Mega Millions jackpot. It was $1.50 billion, 776.60 million cash.
I hope it was Mary Ann McLaughlin from Royal Oak, Michigan, baby. I hope it was her.
And the winning ticket
Tell
was
her
sold
boss
in.
to kiss her ass.
They said the winning ticket was sold in Novi, Michigan.
Nobi. Well, shit. Who lives in Nobi?
Well, I hope they
A
went
rich
and got
person, that's
themselves
what it
some. I hope they go and get themselves some good estate planners and a good financial advisor and get it all figured out before they kick that ticket. And
I'd run down the street saying, whoopee! Well, first I'd cross this street. Whippy assholes kiss my ass. No, I don't know what. Diana Mallory stepped in with another $5, darling. We appreciate it. And said, we no longer fear martial law. Time to march on the Capitol on February 8th and chant, lock him up. That's it. That's the day the trial starts. Lock him up.
We need to do that nationwide.
Okay, on Bobart thing, Colorado is investigating her for what she's been saying in the Senate, and
because she's insane, is that what you said?
What? No,
For what she's been saying
her in the Senate for what she's been saying, and she's also investigated for some of the things that she has been recalled to Colorado for.
This is a fight within the Republican Party we're going to watch. How this is going to end up, I got my guess it's not going to be pretty. There are more haters out there than anything right now, and they want revenge.
I hope
What's that?
Colorado kicks her out.
I hope.
Yeah.
What we're going to say,
John?
Robert? Yeah.
So it was Maryland and Florida that sold the winning tickets for the $730 million Powerball jackpot.
You keep reminding me it wasn't me. Huh? Not even in my state.
Yeah, so it's more likely in Florida. It was probably a Trump supporter that won that money.
Let's think the
Let's
other way,
hope
Ben.
not.
Let's think it was a good, kind-hearted liberal Democrat who wants to go out and spread that love around to everybody and hug some trees and make life better for a group of people.
You know what I really hope it is?
Huh.
I hope it's a young family that has been struggling and has kids who has some education to be able to go get the planners and stuff and be able to provide a good life for them and the ones they love.
If I had that kind of money, seriously thinking, and we have arsenized that, if I had that kind of money, if you go to a lot of cities, there are a lot of buildings around this nation that are empty, just empty. And it would not take a whole lot of money to renovate for a basic substance of a room with running water and electricity.
There you go.
And how much you could do that city by city. How many cities? That's what pisses me off about people like Jeff Bezos or they have such that vast amount of money. You could go into a city that has a homeless problem, buy a building, renovate it with pennies out of your pocket, pennies out of your shit, and walk away
John?
with providing homes for hundreds of people. And you could do that over and over and over.
There's a housing development that's 300 houses that the contractor went bankrupt over.
Right.
And these houses are in different stages of being finished. And they're still in good condition as far as framework goes.
Yeah.
You could take and buy that whole thing up, come back in, do a cookie cutter homes, finish them out, not top of the line, medium grade, and go through and then take and get
You give them
a lottery give a
gets it.
lottery to people who could do it, who could use it and really use it.
See,
If I had
there's
that
people
kind of
out
money,
there.
guys,
It
I
gives
would
the
give
opportunity. So much is held back from people because they don't have an address. They don't have a home. They're
I
on
want
the
that kind
streets.
of
How are you
money,
going to get a
John. You
job?
don't know.
How are you going to get anything
Yeah.
if you don't know how to
Look at
tell
Mike
people where you
Pence.
are? Yeah, look at Mike
If
Pence.
I want some of that money, John, I would give some of it back to the government for health care. I would actually make a cashier's check out to President Biden and said, here you go. Here's the money to go towards the health care bill.
Well, you got a kind heart, Ben, and maybe
Well, you guys, this has kind of been.
we're
my point
kind
all
of doing that
along.
now, except it's our tax dollars, and they're not doing a very good job.
Yeah, and it's kind of
You
going.
know what?
And it's kind
What
of
I
going
would
to
do-
Trump and all the other assholes.
We're fixing it, though. We're fixing it.
What I
No, I
would
mean-
do is like go down here to the hospital that's here in town
Yeah.
and look and tell the gal down there in billing. Give me a list. Give me a amount.
Yeah.
Add everything up
Give me
for the
every-
last 2 years and let me pay that off.
There have been people that have done
Or
things
better.
like that, or paid college tuition for a whole class. We've seen that recently.
So
We
John,
know
if you
we have
take-
people like that in our society. We just
John,
don't
if you
see them.
took
Fill out the food banks.
Yeah. What's that, Robert?
if you took away the pensions from all these people that are already millionaires in Congress,
Yeah.
that money
Look at the
alone could
savings.
go into-
But they're
Look at the
not going to give
savings
it up
because-
because
Good
they're
luck.
greedy little bastards, and they want.
I mean,
every
they don't
dime.
need
you know
they
what else I
don't
would
need a
do?
government tax paid pension because they're already millionaires.
Yeah.
They don't
Yeah.
need it.
If I had
Anyway,
one that's $700 million, what else I would do? I would go and buy all these vacant houses in Kansas City right now, and I would fix them up and remodel them, and I would give them to the homeless. And until they got on their feet, I would pay their property taxes for them until they can afford to
see
keep on
see
their
what
own.
kind people liberals are. We have a kind heart we want to give. We want to make society better. That's why we are here. But it takes a little anger to get us going.
That's what true
So,
patriots are, right there.
That's true patriots. You stand up for our society, for your fellow man, and that doesn't
That's right.
include just America. That means our world, the planet we live on, everything. You extrapolate that out. It's about where we live, and you don't shit where you eat, and we're shitting all over the place. Anyway,
If you solve poverty, you solve a lot of crime.
I swear I tell that to a lot of people. If you've
Poverty
never-
creates crime.
Yes,
Poverty
I have been
creates
in
crime.
countries where poverty takes on a whole new meaning, and it stays in your brain when you see that, and it has mine. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for coming by tonight. Benjamin Stroud, thank you for coming by and lifting us up with all your plans to save Kansas City, brother. We appreciate that. It's a dream, brother. Somebody's going to do it. When they get it, maybe they'll do the right thing all over the place. But it's good to have that
Let's hope so.
that thought. Anyway, we appreciate you being here. Bill Jones, always, brother, always a pleasure to have you on the show. Your voice is always welcome. What's that
remind
number again?
everyone I said, remind everyone to contact their senator this week.
There you go. Indeed.
Hang on, I forget which one I gave you. I gave you the Senate or the House. Which one did I give you guys?
Oh, wait.
You gave us both.
Yeah, you gave us both.
Yeah.
It's a 202.
Not only, yeah.
I got that.
Yeah,
one.
Well, the one that we
224
really want to
was it
call is the
225?
Senate.
The Senate.
Yep, the U.S. Senate. And hang on, I'm going to pull it up and read it right off my thing so I don't give you the wrong number. I got so many numbers in my head, it's crazy.
I know how you feel. Tanya, you're right. Give us your meek and huddled masses yearning to be free.
The
That's
number
who
is
we are.
202.
202.
202. Yep, 224 3121. 202-224-3121.
3121. Give your senator a call.
Just remind whoever you
tell
talk
them to stand
that,
up for the Constitution and this democracy.
We the people want anybody involved with that insurrection to be punished. I don't care if they're Republican, Democrat, I don't care. If they participated, they need to be punished. Period.
Right.
There you go.
Get off your asses and get our stimulus.
What's the last two numbers? 31 what?
3121. 224-3121. 3121.
Okay, got it.
202-224-3121. That's the switchboard to the U.S. Senate. So,
and thank you,
just need to tell them what state you're from. So, anyway, it's important, guys. Keep
Not
it
only
safe.
conversation,
We'll talk to
baby.
you
We got numbers to call. Thank you, Bill. Robert Herron.
All right, talk to y'all later.
All righty. Thank you very much, Robert, for being here. We appreciate it. Your voice is always welcome here, brother.
Yeah, I've been signing petitions all day to tell Ted Cruz to step down and tell Josh to step down and all those guys to step down.
I appreciate it. I'm still on Twitter every morning reminding Ted Cruz he's a coward.
There's
I don't care what he tweets out, I respond. You're a coward, you little shit.
There's petitions online you can sign right now to tell those guys to step down.
To step down, resign. You've disgraced yourself. Yes. So
Yeah,
if you get that opportunity, they're all over social media too, so check it out.
That's what I'm saying. So please do that. Please sign those petitions.
Get your voice, baby. It's your voice, your vote. Use your voice. That's what that.
And thank you, John. Thank you very much for letting me hang out. And you have a beautiful night.
You too. I will. I will indeed. I'm going to go over to the party over in the Blue Room here in just a minute. Got the disco light installed, and got some fresh sawdust on the dance floor. We're going to rock tonight, baby. Anyway, Robert, thank you for coming by. S.C. Smith down in Florida, brother. We always appreciate it when you come by.
Well, thanks. I enjoy you having me. As long as the wind blows north to south, I should smell that stench anytime. Yeah,
at least keep it a slight breeze off going at least out to the west of you.
Out to the
east of you, so it blows it out to sea or something.
Yeah,
Shit. I know how you
don't
feel,
blow in my direction.
Yeah.
I wonder if Trump changed his anthem into "Proud to be American" into that one by David Leary or
he's stuck on YMCA.
I'm an asshole. Dennis Leary.
Dennis Leary. I'm an asshole. ASSHOLE.
L-E.
I'm an asshole. Yeah.
I
ain't heard that in a while.
It's the only word I can sign language real fast. It's true. Anyway, SC, thank you very much. TW Travis, thank you, brother, for coming in here.
It's a pleasure.
We always appreciate it. Take care of Mark for us, brother.
Yeah, he was actually listening to part of your.
Well, of course, he's a smart dog. He's a smart dog. Hell yeah, he's listening. Shit, yeah. So, tell him thank you. We appreciate his audience. And Velda Lee, we're so happy you come by. Thank you for taking care of Wayne for us.
Mm-hmm.
We're always.
I've got a little news also.
What?
Bernadette was in the middle of. She's been without electricity for a few days. So she finally got it back today.
Oh, outstanding!
She was freezing her ass off. It was really cold there. They had snow. Anyways, she had laid out some meat canned, so that's what she's doing. She's got her nose glued to the little pressure gauge to make sure it doesn't go way up or way low.
There you go. There you go.
So, anyways,
she's busy.
Wayne's sitting at the table snoozing now, and so, anyways,
from the
love everybody. Love everybody, and everybody have a good night.
We love you back, Velda. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for taking care of Wayne. We love you.
Velda.
There you go.
Good night.
Anyway, we appreciate all of you coming in and visiting us on YouTube, on Facebook, on Periscope. Time is the most precious thing you have, and we're so glad that you come by here.
Yeah, and John, before you go, I got something to say to everybody.
What do you want to say, Ben? You got it, baby. Tell them, Ben.
How about those Chiefs?
Oh, look at you. How about them Chiefs? Is that what you said? Listen, gonna get that.
Somebody say something to Mark.
What's wrong, Mark?
I hear him whining.
What's wrong, Mark?
Quit
kicking him.
He's whining. He wants chicken.
I don't blame him. I don't blame him. Hey, chicken! I got 4 of them at my feet. I can't wait to get Vicky's new collar.
Chicken or dog?
Doesn't matter what I'm eating. If I'm eating, they're all right there at my feet. Anyway, thank you all for coming by. Monica Burns, thank you for being here. We appreciate it. Sonia C., Angel Smith, thank you very much. Old Bat, Two Cats, Pat Hunter, we appreciate every one of you. Michael Bussain, for coming in and spending your time with us. We appreciate it tremendously. The conversation that goes on in that chat is what really, see there, Angel Smith. The name is Melanoma Trump. I agree. Anyway, we will be back here tomorrow for Beer and Bud Friday. So put the beer on the ice, put the bud in the bowl.
It's called Come See Me and we take your money.
Come see me, we'll take your money. Bring your money. Come see me, bring your money. That's whatever it is the Trumps are involved in, it involves bring your money. Anyway, get ready for the weekend and enjoy ourselves and relax. There's going to be a whole shit show next week we'll have to be able to talk about. There's never a lack of entertainment coming out of our government ever. Thankfully, the entertainment coming out of the new administration is mostly good. By the way, just as
wonderful,
General Motors announced today that they're going to start phasing out gasoline cars and SUVs totally. It's going to take a long time to do it. 2035 is the target date, but they're going to start because there's going to be a big push for it. The government's going to buy a whole lot of electric vehicles for it. It's going to push that technology forward. So, yeah, hey, invest in that. Anyway, y'all take care of yourself. We love you. Remember a pandemic. Wash your hands. Wear a mask. Stay the hell away from nasty-ass people. And try to put a smile inside your heart. It's the best thing you can do for your own health. Anyway, we love you. Y'all say goodnight to everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
We'll see you again here for another Blue Dot Family meeting on Sunday evening. Until then.